In his Hopedale workshop, welder and artist David Dawson is bringing a creature to life.
They name them, you know, like, oh, this is Fred, this is Skippy.
Dawson transforms scrap metal into characters, lovingly named by his return customers.
And they'll walk in and tend to be like, oh, Frank needs a friend. I'm like, who's Frank? I'm like, oh, Frank's our robot that we bought from you last time. And just, it's hilarious.
He learned welding to get a better job, but his love of art was always part of it. In 2020, Dawson went full-time with the creative side of his business, which he named Scrapped and Found.
I started off with making like little oil can guys for fun. And then from there, it just spiraled.
Now he's always on the hunt for bits and pieces that can be combined in surprising and playful ways.
Most of this stuff would probably end up in a landfill or in a scrapyard. So at least if I'm rescuing him, it's giving him new life. Buying new material all the time is extremely expensive. So if you can save a little bit here and there on recycled materials, it is huge. So the eyeballs, I have washers and bottle caps. The head is an old oil can. The body's a croquet ball. And then the arms are old nails, washers, screws, and nuts. The only thing that's new steel is the legs. It's a 1/4-inch round bar. And then screws and nuts for the feet.
These smaller robots are Dawson's big seller at festivals and antique shows, but there are plenty of surprises to be found in his workshop. A 10-foot-tall robot, a truck heater used as a mannequin's head, a cow with a paintbrush tail.
I'll go months without finding anything, and then all of a sudden I'll find a bunch of stuff. Like I drove to Ohio to find a guy that has cylinder caps that I use on the planters, and I was able to buy 500 all at one time. And there's stuff that I will buy and not use for 5 years because I just don't know, but it has a great shape, or I like the material it's made out of, or I just see the potential of something down the line. The more I do it, the more you see things, different faces, different things that can be used for arms, bodies, etc.
And there are creatures yet to come to life, waiting in these bins. Skiers, we know you're cringing right now, but as you watch these skis get cut and sanded, remember, we're talking about recycling.
Typically in a year, we'll recycle, I don't know, 15 to 25,000 skis a year. It's a lot of skis we go through.
That number grows exponentially when you consider how long Mike Bellino and SkiChair.com have been at this, more than 3 decades.
And, you know, with us doing this year after year after year, it's been a couple 100,000 skis we've kept out of the dump and, you know, repurposed.
The company's flagship product is right there in the name. Chairs made from skis. But since Chronicle first met Bellino nearly 20 years ago, he has expanded his offerings.
We make a lot of much smaller items, bottle openers, wine racks, shot skis, and that's really what is keeping SkiChair going now.
There are also benches made from snowboards and wakeboards, and chairs made with golf clubs. Most of the sports equipment comes to SkiChair.com's Millbury workshop, directly from manufacturers.
They have lots of brand new skis that get pushed out of warehouse space. We will take that. We take their warranty skis, and basically what's happening is we're paying the shipping, saving them money, and repurposing their branded product.
Bellino's inspiration for this venture was personal.
I bought a house on Quinsigamond, built this enormous dock, and needed furniture for it. And I was up at Mount Wachusett in a ski racing league, NASTAR league. And at the end of the season, I was at the bar having a couple of drinks, and it just came over me. I'm gonna build some chairs made of skis. And that's how we started.
And Mike Bellino's entrepreneurial spirit has spread to his son Max, who has brought recycling to the water sport known as e-foiling. Instead of buying new boards to attach to the foil, Max is repurposing old wakeboards to do the job. And back to Scrapped and Found, David Dawson says he was always building things when he was a kid. Star Wars, video games, and old movies influenced the art that he makes now. Still ahead, a new kind of bar snack.